Let's move on to the next one. All right, which is my topic, and it's a lot less serious than preying on people.
Is it shorter, please?
It might be. I don't know.
Same topic. We're done.
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon are the last 3DS Pokemon RPGs that we are getting.
We called it, Obs.
Yeah. This is reported on by Joe Screbbles at IGN, and I'm going to read.
Not surprising.
Part of this article.
Not surprising, but it makes me sad.
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon will be the culmination of series developer Game Freak's work on 3DS, presumably before the core Pokemon RPG series moves to a new home on the Switch. Speaking to IGN, Game Freak director Shigeru Omori explained that the company is seeing each of its 3DS games as the full extent of what can be achieved on the handheld console. When we were making Pokemon X and Y, we were really trying to push the 3DS system to its absolute limits, which is what we thought we'd done, but when Sun and Moon came around, we completely redesigned the system and actually ended up pushing the 3DS even further to what we thought was the most we could draw out of it. With Ultra Sun and Moon, explains Omori, we tried to eke that out more and really push the system to its absolute limits, and we're now feeling that perhaps this is the maximum of what we can get out. So we're really treating Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as the culmination of our work with the 3DS system.
Before they announced the next handheld at E3.
Which would destroy me. No,
I almost wanted to do just the fuck Obs over.
It doesn't matter, because they've said they are now the game could never see the light of day, but they are developing a Pokemon RPG for the Switch. This has been announced.
Yeah.
So I'm, as a Switch owner, and something that I've harped on many episodes of this podcast, I'm super excited for this news. Because
I'm just saying, they're like, this is the last one for the 3DS.
Yeah.
They're all like,
oh yes, it's very ambiguously.
No, we have our 4DS.
Right. No, this guarantees the Switch's future success. I think the Switch has sold 2 million units in the U.S. thereabouts, and I mean, there's not a lot of them out in the wild to buy necessarily, but like I never see them on stores, and they're also pretty expensive, but. This is going to sell so many Switches when it comes
4.7 million as of...
Is that worldwide?
As of July.
So I think it's a little bit less than 2 million in America.
No, it was a little over, because I was reading an article actually before we started recording. It was talking about how the Switch right now is... I think Nintendo is like leading console sales for like the second or third month in a row, and of the 5 months that the Switch has been out, it has been the top-selling console for 3 of them.
I mean, that makes sense, really.
Yeah, but
new consoles are always going to be on top, really.
That Mario game comes out in a week.
Full consoles, I should say.
Coming off with the Wii U,
I think we said it before. I'm really glad to see that the Switch is kind of becoming this one and all thing for Nintendo. It's a little bit sad because it means that instead of having like a Wii and then my fiance and we can both have our own 3DS, we just have one Switch.
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of people are like, the Switch is more personal. Both people in our household have a Switch, basically.
Really? You've seen people that? I don't know, maybe
people have disposable.
Because if the new Pokemon game comes out, I think that would warrant both Lily and I's return to that game to actually play it as that. But I can't fathom dropping more money.
Man.
Well, how much was a 3DS XL at release?
Oh, I didn't get an XL.
$250. I mean, but most of America did.
It was it was about $250, and then the new 3DS XL was
the Switch isn't
mine was
that
like $200. More. I got it
I'm just saying on release.
Yeah.
Right, release. Like, which I mean isn't too much to ask for more for a Switch. So
for way better graphics.
Right.
And the ability to play it on your TV.
Still, I am. Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Because I'm really excited to finally get a console, full-fledged. Pokemon RPG.
So less about like, I want the topic less to be about like, here's the Switch, obviously. I kind of want to hear what you guys think the first Switch game will be. Some of the stuff that you'd like to see in the new Pokemon game that would come up, and things that you think they'll do that would get you excited about the game. So maybe first, do you think we'll get Gen 8 or a Gen 4 remake?
First,
Gen 8. Just get us Gen 8.
I don't know. I could easily see that the game they're working on is just a Gen 4 remake because that fits the pattern.
That's what I feel is going to happen.
It fits the pattern,
and it's easier, right, for first game.
Yep. First game, test it out.
Yes. Yep, for the first game, development standpoint, everything else, doing the 4th gen would be the easiest damn thing, but I don't want that.
It desperately needs a remake, so I kind of want it.
I never get the remakes, first off, so I'm gonna admit that bias right there. But then on an unbiased presentation, I really want to see what new stuff that they can do and take a new game and just bam.
Yeah, but you got to play Gen 7
I guess
first, man.
To be fair,
it's good. It's really good.
To be fair, a remake has never been the first thing on a console.
Yeah,
true.
So, I'm hoping it's not. I just said I could see it. But, I don't. The new trailer, the new story trailer for Ultra Sun and Moon is very like kind of dramatic and dark colors and stuff.
What is the difference between them?
I would like to see more of that.
It's just a rehash, basically, of the story.
Well, there's a new team. It's the one Black Crystal Necrozuma or whatever his name is.
I think they said it's not a sequel, right? It is just like a retelling.
I don't know. Some people are based on the story trailer. It looks like Lucine. What's the main villain? I guess it looks more like she might be good in this one and Gladion or whatever his name is seemed to be on better speaking terms or something. I don't know. They haven't really released enough yet.
But why a retelling? I don't understand that at all.
I mean, that's what all but the number 2.
Man, didn't you listen to what I told you? They want to push the limits of the 3DS to its bounds. They want to take Pokemon as far as it can go.
The third games have always been like a retelling, usually involving the different legendary, which this one is.
Don't you want to play with that clown ghost thing?
No.
We talked about this already.
No.
So, Ultra Burst.
I mean, I hope
Ultra Beast Burst.
I hope they do Gen 8 as well, because I mean, you like to see new Pokemon.
Yeah.
A new region would be really cool. What region do you think they would maybe take inspiration from?
I don't really care, but obviously my main hope would be
America.
As a full console is to have multiple regions. Also, we only have New York. America's huge.
America.
I want to go to China.
China?
I mean, don't you want to see Southern Pokemon?
I want to see
Texas. Different Americas you could.
I want to see Texas, Mississippi Pokemon.
But we just did. We've been in America twice though. Maybe we'll go back to Europe. Yeah, what? Hawaii and
Hawaii doesn't count. Hawaii.
No, it does.
It does count.
Hawaii is
America.
No, it doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
I want to see Southern America.
Maybe we'll go back to Europe.
Yeah, no. Yeah, China would be cool. I think
China would be cool.
Yeah. I'd love to see
Egypt,
Central and South America.
That would be neat too.
Scandinavia, but I guess that's more mythology for me. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Have they done one for Africa?
No, they have not.
That would be.
That'd be sweet too.
There's just so much. I don't really care where they draw inspiration from.
Mechanically,
I just want multiple regions. That would be sweet.
Mechanically, yes. That's what I was going to say.
Gold and Silver is my favorite.
Yep, I want to see them do some old stuff. I want to visit more than one region because we got a lot more data to work with on our games.
Yeah. Yep.
We're obviously going to have better graphics. There's parts on the 3DS games where the frame rate does not work in the battles. Particularly when I was playing the Gen 3 remake and I was playing with Beedrill, and every time I used Beedrill, the game crawled to 5 frames per second because of his wings fluttering all over the place.
Yeah.
I'd like to see gems come back.
Gems?
Yeah, maybe a mix.
Yeah.
As much as I like the island challenges and stuff, it was just neat, puzzle mechanically and stuff like that.
I would expect gems to come back just because.
I just saw a lot of people saying that they just prefer gems more, and I think it's more just being comfortable with what you know, but still.
I mean, gems are generally pretty much just fight these trainers.
Yeah.
And you had 8 island guys, or whatever. You had to fight someone for each of a gym level.
And you got to fight the super Pokemon.
For the original, super move.
In the originals, though, wasn't there an element of puzzles to each gym? And then
barely. It's super basic puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember
they've all got it. They've all got it. Even in Ruby and Sapphire, I can always remember the psychic room of shooting around the strips, and they've always maintained it, but it's never super hard because they do always target kids, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that a game about furry Pokemon that I can capture and make battle is for kids?
No. I mean, yes. I don't understand.
It's for kids and adults.
Not that it has to be.
It has waifus in the game.
Are you trying to tell me that a game rated E with mild cartoon violence might be rated for everyone, including the children?
All I'm saying is...
On the topic of things we would like to see because it's on a console, I wouldn't mind to see a Pokemon game that's more challenging and more geared towards...
I mean, that's not going to happen. It doesn't matter what it's on. It's not going to...
I will tell you...
I would like to see that, too.
You know what I want to see?
But I don't think that's affected because it's on a console. You could also... I mean...
I want to see full contact.
Yeah, I agree with what...
I want to see full contact on abilities. I am tired of seeing a character do slash, and then it just, like, slashes, and then it shows the other guy, and then he just gets slashed.
Well, we could have that.
I want to see where the Pokemon actually goes across that screen and slaps the other dude.
It's the Dark Souls of Pokemon games.
That's what I want to see. Wants. I have wished this in Pokemon Stadium. Gosh damn it, just do it already.
Dude, Dark Souls.
I think there's
Soulsborne Pokemon game would be sweet.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of potential, and I don't really... I mean, I'm generally just give me whatever you want to make. It's all been pretty good up till now.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, like, I'm just happy to see the games coming out of the Switch.
Right. Like, you've already made it. Making it on the Switch is almost enough for me to be like, yep.
It's good.
Yeah. It's such a good idea. Finally, Nintendo's doing like probably the smartest thing they could do.
Game Freak, I guess.
Yeah. Game Freak is allowing Nintendo to do the smartest thing they could possibly do, which Nintendo have been lobbying this forever and forever and forever to get a RPG on one of their consoles because, man,
an RPG?
Yeah, the Pokemon RPG.
Right.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
not just any RPG.
Sir, I think you might have skipped over a couple Xenoblade games.
We're talking about Pokemon right now.
Tails.
Yeah. But
yeah, I just think the fact that it's just coming onto the Switch, I think is not only a financially awesome move. It means less about having to buy like multiple systems, and just that I can buy one Switch, and then if I really need to, two Switches for myself and Lily, and bam, we can play all our Nintendo games. It's gonna be fantastic, and it's gonna be awesome. We can take them everywhere with us. They're just like a handheld, but they're also a modern generation console, and that is powerful. In and of itself amazing.
Yep, and just give me more regions. Just think about how much longer the games can be, too. They're already fairly long, if you think about for what you do in the games. They're like 30-hour games, pretty much. So
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's...
Just the amount of content we can have in the game is really what... The potential for it makes me excited. I don't know if we're going to get all the stuff that I want, like multiple regions.
Guess, right.
We could have more Pokemon just in the game itself rather than having to trade for them or do weird stuff.
They said it's a Pokemon RPG, but I guess they still could change up the battle mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't, right? Like I do want some degree of original stuff in it, or original mechanics in it. I don't want to.
I'd like to see more like an emphasis on exploration in the games.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Like if it's less like linear, like complete,
yeah,
like,
more interesting
overhead
areas. I would be pretty cool.
Which I think they can do finally. Like, if we could get like half of what any open world game does,
yeah,
like that would be really freaking sweet in a Pokemon game. I don't think they will do it because again, they're marketed to kids, so it's supposed to be more easy and kind of linear and stuff with the gameplay. But man, it would be sweet. When you surf, you actually surf around an actual like big nice ocean and stuff, rather than just like a very wide hallway that goes one direction.
Sure.
I want to surf like from here and then end up at these woods, and I go like northeast and I get into the town. And obviously you can't like do it because you have like Pokemon levels, or you can just have your player get like completely destroyed by those level 30 Eradicates when you're like level 10 or something. Because you wandered off into the woods this way, the way you weren't supposed to go. It would be interesting.
I would be okay with that.
I would be totally fine with that. I don't know if they'll do it, though.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I've seen some people saying that they think they could potentially be remaking Gen 1 again. I don't know if you guys have read any rumors on that. I think it's mostly just forum talk, but
I
just like the Gen 4 stuff is. But
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if they remade, maybe the first Gen or two into one game.
Yes.
Again, multiple regions.
Combine red and blue and silver and gold all into one.
If they can,
nice little package.
Those are games they could keep remaking, just like Kingdom Hearts, that I would just buy every time. Oh man. So I'm happy with the direction the Switch is going. Super excited. All we need to do now is get that Nintendo shop up where I can start buying old games a la carte and not get mad because I can't get my SNES Classic.
Right. No, they make more money doing it this way. It's basically a loot box, but you know what's in it.
Oh my god, Mel. Oh my god. All right, Ted, so what do you got for us? On that note.
On that note, actually sort of connected.
Sorry, the thought of you buy a random console and don't know what games are on it would just be ridiculous. Like a Nintendo, instead of going.
Sweet, I got Super Mario World.
Oh yeah, sorry, that would just be hilarious.
Dang it, I got Contra.
Hey man, Contra's
I got Balloon Fight.
Yeah, well shit.